Welcome to an overview of CTP's Accounts Payable Outsourcing solution powered by CenterViews. The application has the following elements: capture and data extraction, invoice validation and approval, PO matching and error notification, vendor payments, and document archiving. Capturing of document data can be achieved by sending documents to dedicated PO boxes for scanning, faxing of documents, email extraction of data, EDI files, and even manual data entry. Processing of documents for the approval process is achieved by firstly implementing a predetermined automated approval workflow validation that checks for duplicate invoices with resolution management for any errors and discrepancies, incorporating a PO matching functionality. The optimization of the payment process is an area of importance that is often overlooked. Payments are made to optimized vendor discounts that are available. Payments can be made by either check, ACH, payment, card, or wire transfer. All payments are linked to the document set that is required to validate the payment details. Archiving is a central repository for all supporting documents for the processed AP transactions. Now let's take a look at the actual application itself.
Here's a quick overview of the CTP AP Outsource solution. What's happened to this point: invoices have come into the system, data has been extracted. The system would have notified our user that they have work to complete. They're going to come to the login page, click login. It'll bring them right to the last spot there in the application. In this case, it brought me to an approver screen. So this is typically what your approvers are going to see out in there as they're trying to work through their systems. They can see the invoice information that was extracted. Here's the Acme company invoice for this $9,000. They can click on process. It'll bring up that invoice image for them to view. This is the information that we've extracted off that document. In this case, it was auto-coded, so they could just validate that coding is correct. If not, they can add or change that coding if they needed to. Really, all they need to do is hit then next, and then the next one would pop up in their work queue, or they can just go ahead and hit submit and push it through, and then the next one will pop up for them to view. Very quick and easy to review and approve invoices. They also have the ability to approve right from this outside screen as well. So for the higher level executives, they can view, hit submit here, and approve from within that list. The next spot that the invoice would go through, continuing down a happy path, is accounting review. After an invoice has captured all the proper approvals based on your customer's hierarchy, it'll come into accounting review for accounting to view the invoice. They'll double check this information up here or add any final pieces of coding. Once they hit submit, then this invoice is processed through to get loaded into the accounting system and queued up for payment. Let's look at a few exceptions that may happen in the approval process. So if I come out to my AP work queue, I logged in here as an admin, missing vendor. What happens if an invoice comes in and we're unable to extract that vendor? So if we kind of look out here, we see we extracted the data. However, we couldn't find a matching vendor. So when I click on process, that invoice pops up, and then I can kind of come out and do a lookup for the catering company, and I'm not finding it here. So I need to go out and onboard this customer. It's an exception that may happen depending on how often you're adding new vendors. Another exception process that may happen is on the purchase order side. With the PO matching, it can go straight through. If there is something that's outside of a PO process, it may go to a line item resolution queue. As I click on process here, here is the purchase order. Here's the PO and the receivings, and we can see that it was outside of that PO tolerance. If I skip over here to the next one, and I can hover over that highlighted area, it tells me why it was outside of tolerance. It failed a PO tolerance, and now we're bringing it down to that line tolerance. I received 40 items. I was invoiced for 45. It does not match. The other two lines match, so it allows you to process those PO exceptions very quickly and easily within the system. Let's look over at some reporting really quickly. So if we come out here and look at AP, maybe I want to look at all of the invoices from a particular vendor for a particular time period. I come to my document view, type in Acme, and I can pull up all the Acme invoices from, let's say, this year. So those invoices will pop up, and I can do two different things here. I can view the information, I can hit check all, and hit download. What this is going to do is create a single PDF of all of those documents, or a zip file if it contains Word or Excel documents. So very quickly, easy, I can get at that. Great from an audit perspective as well. The other option is I can export this data out. Maybe I'm doing an accrual report. I can export this data right out into Excel. Very quick and easy to get at that data at any point in time and from anywhere. So here it's opening up, and it'll open right up in Excel for me, so I can view that information and manipulate however I want to. Another report that's great out there is the payment report. So as payments are being out, we can bring that payment data back in. I can come out here and look at the paid invoices report, and maybe I'll look at all the invoices that were paid in a particular time frame, pull it up, and I can see then the document number and then the payment number as well, whether it was paid via ACH, AP card, or check. So very quickly, it's a cloud-based system. Information is at your fingertip, allow you to work by exceptions and quickly and easily move invoices through this workflow.
Let's cover business recovery and security. For business recovery, we have a redundant data center with real-time backup for all files and data. As for security, we have an SSAE 16 Type 2 level of certification, along with being fully HIPAA compliant. For any additional questions or information, please call us at 888-624-5786. We thank you for taking the time to view our Accounts Payable Outsourcing Solutions presentation.